In the United States House of Representatives, political power follows the map of where people actually live. Because seats are distributed by population, the majority of its members represent the majority of the American public. The Senate operates on a different logic of equality. Regardless of their size or population, California and Wyoming each have exactly 2 senators, meaning the chamber's majority can actually represent a small minority of the national population. This creates a unique mathematical paradox. 51 senators can form a voting majority to pass a bill, yet those individuals can represent a fraction of the total citizens living in the United States. The Constitution defines the Senate as a deliberative body, a place for formal, exhaustive discussion of public policy. Its structure protects the influence of smaller states by prioritizing slow, careful debate over the rapid demands of a national majority. That focus on the individual is visible in the chamber itself. The Senate floor contains exactly 100 desks, reflecting its smaller, intimate scale. At the front of the room, the vice president presides over the chamber. While they can put questions to a vote, they are not an elected senator. They cannot join in debates and only vote to break a rare tie. The daily work schedule is managed by the majority and minority leaders. These party officials meet to plan the agenda and ensure their respective members are present for key sessions and votes. These leaders have less control over their members than their counterparts in the House. Senate rules allow senators to debate a proposal for weeks or even months, granting each individual the freedom to express their ideas at length. While the chamber has a hierarchy on paper, the ultimate authority does not sit with the leadership. It resides with the individual senators sitting at those 100 desks. Because the Senate has fewer members, it never needed a powerful screening group like the House Rules Committee. Instead, leaders work together to move bills to the floor through a process called unanimous consent. Unanimous consent allows the Senate to set aside its formal, slow-moving rules to conduct daily business. For this to work, every member present must agree to the motion. This reliance on total agreement creates a point of extreme leverage. A single senator can object to a unanimous consent agreement or place a hold on a bill to signal their opposition to party leaders. A hold alerts leadership that consensus is broken. This effectively stalls the bill before it even reaches the floor, as leaders must delay debate until they can resolve the objection. This rule grants every senator the power to stop the chamber's progress. One objector, whether they are the most senior member or a newly elected junior, can paralyze the daily operations of the entire body. If a bill does reach the floor, senators can use the filibuster to prevent a final vote. Traditionally, this meant a senator would speak for a very long time to keep the rest of the chamber from taking action. Rule changes since the 1960s have made the filibuster easier to execute. A senator no longer needs to speak nonstop. They can simply threaten a filibuster, and the bill is put aside so the Senate can move on to other business. The only way for the majority to stop a filibuster and move to a final vote is to pass a cloture resolution. Cloture requires a supermajority. While a bill only needs 51 votes to pass, it takes exactly 60 votes to end a filibuster, creating a high threshold that the majority must meet to overcome a single objector. This rule transforms the right to debate into a silent veto. It ensures that an important bill can only pass if it has enough support to shatter the blockade of a filibuster. The frequent threat of the filibuster has changed the functional reality of lawmaking. For the most significant bills, a simple majority of 51 votes is no longer sufficient to guarantee passage. Public opinion polls show that many citizens are frustrated by this level of congressional gridlock, viewing the frequent use of the filibuster as a barrier to effective governance. Senators who support the rule argue that this friction is necessary. Because it is difficult to get 60 votes, the majority party is forced to work out differences with the minority to build the support needed for a bill to survive. Both parties have found this procedure useful when they are in the minority. Despite efforts to reform or end the practice, the core rules of the filibuster remain because they protect the leverage of individual members. In the U.S. Senate, speed is intentionally sacrificed for individual power. By design, the institution ensures that a single voice can hold the entire government at a standstill until a consensus is reached.